Hello everybody, leg day's over, so it's time for another review. Today I am reviewing Cap Barbell grip plates. Why in the world am I reviewing Cap Barbell grip plates? Well, the main reason is they are super cheap. Walmart.com has them kind of on sale now, but even at their full prices, these things are inexpensive. $37 for a 45-pound plate. And for the smaller stuff like this 25-pounder, they're proportionally cheap as well. So these are very inexpensive. Why did I feel the need to get these? I already have a bunch of old, actually Cap Barbell milled plates. But the reason was to work with my pulley system. So getting them on and off the loading pins was a bit of a hassle with the old plates, and so I wanted something with grip. So that's what these things are. Now, what are my impressions of them? First off, these 25s, a lot of barbs. There were a lot of different little burrs and things like that, like to the point where when you went to grab them, you could scratch your hands. So I actually had to spend a good bit of time with some files, file down a bunch of rough spots on them. It didn't take much time. I mean, I'm talking like 2 or 3 minutes per plate for the bad ones, and the 45s seem to come in much better shape, but these things were really kind of rough. I had to file down a lot of stuff, and I had to do that with a lot of my Titan gear too, is just to file down things where there's a rough spot that might cut your hands. So how are these things? Let me show you one thing about them. So if I had 2 of my 25-pounders, my old style, on a loading pin, then I really couldn't get one off the top. It was hard to do. I'd have to like tilt the loading pin and everything. With these handles, it's just super easy to grab these things. So that's it. I just wanted weights that would work well with my loading pins for this cable system that I keep talking about. And still just waiting on one more sale from Titan. But I wanted to use 25s as the main denomination of weight on this because they're not very wide from here to here. I didn't want big giant like 45-pound plates bumping into things and stuff like that and going up and down. So these are very small. But the handles are great. You can see that other than bumpers, handles are kind of the way that weight is going. And even when you're talking about plates, if you have to lift plates up and put them on a bar, especially one that's set for squats or something chest level, then having the handles really helps. Then it's just easier with these handles. So I'm upgrading to these caps. They are just for my personal gym use, so they're not going to be treated that badly. Anything that hits the floor, I'm going to use bumpers for. So these things are just super cheap. That's the main selling point about them, is that they have grips and they're crazy cheap. Now my old Cap Barbell, just as a contrast, these things almost look milled. So these are much higher quality, but again, you can see how there's no seam here between my 25s. If they're lying on the loading pin, I can't move them around. But I think these are higher quality. These old ones from, geez, these are 20 years old now. This was my first real weight set other than like the cement-filled plastic ones that I got when I was a really little kid. So, but these grip plates, these are just the upgrade that the gym gets now. Do I recommend them? Yeah, as long as you're okay with cheap weights. These are not the greatest, but they're so inexpensive, and for the most part, weight is weight. So, very quick review, that's it. So, not the most in-depth review, but there's just not a lot to talk about. Weight is weight. These are probably the least expensive weights you can get. They do the job, they are heavy, and they are easy to grip, and that's all you can expect. And they're very inexpensive. I get mine through Walmart.com with free shipping. So, that's it. Hope you have a great workout. Take care, everybody. We'll see you soon.